Hey guys, in this video we are going to be looking at how to square any two-digit number easily. So like 65 times 65 or 74 times 74 or technically 74 squared or like 83 squared and so on. So without any more rambling, let's start off with a relatively high number as an example. Let's make it 68. 68 squared equals, something. Okay, now let me get my cyan. Cyan? Oh well, cyan. I'll call it cyan. And the first thing we're going to be looking at is the two numbers, the 10th digit and the ones digit. Now we are going to square each of them. So 6 squared equals 36 and 8 squared equals 64. Now because in this example it's 68, the 6 comes before the 8, so what we need to do is, let me get my yellow, is put the 64 after 36. So we have 36 and then we're going to put 64 behind it. Okay, so if it was 86 squared, we put 36 behind 64. However, in this example, because it's 68 squared, the 6 comes before the 8, so we are going to put 64 after the 36. Now with my green, the next thing we are going to be doing is again looking at the two numbers, the 6 and the 8, and then what we're going to do is, what should I write? How do I write it here? 6 times 8, which is 48. Okay, and the fourth thing we're going to be doing is we are going to multiply this number 48 times 2, which equals 96 if I'm not wrong, and then we are going to be adding a 0, which basically is timesing it by 10. Now the last thing we're going to be looking at, I haven't declared a color for it. I think I'll make it orange for my fifth one. So the last thing we're going to be doing is adding 3364, which comes from this one, with the 960, which is here, and that equals 4, 2, 1, 7 and 4, I think. Let's double check both of them. Okay, so let me get my calculator out and then quickly, because I'm not too confident with my adding because I make silly mistakes, 960 equals 4600. Oops, I made a silly mistake. 4624. Sorry about that. So 3664 plus 960 equals 4624. Now let's do 68 times 68 and see what happens. There we go. Although I made a silly mistake with my mental addition, that's not too convincing since I'm doing a mental math video series. Whoops. Oh well. The calculation was actually correct. So if there's a bit more space, 68 squared equals 4624. So what I did there was I looked at the 10th digit number and the ones digit number and squared each of the digits, and then added the square of the one digit number into the two digit number, or the 10th digit number, to get, in this case, 3664. And then we looked at each of the numbers again and then multiplied it by together. 6 times 8 equals 48, and then we times it by 2 and then add the 0 to it. So basically we times it by 20, or 2 and then by 10, to get 960. And all we did last was add this and this together to get 4624, not 4724, which equals 68 squared. Clever, huh? Okay, let me quickly do another example. Come on, black paint can, black, there we go, and a pen and a white. Let's use a bigger number, I don't know, 84 squared. I think I haven't used 84 squared. Yeah, 84 squared equals something. Okay, again, the first thing we're going to be looking at is the 8 and the 4. 8 squared equals 64. 4 squared equals 16. Because 8 is a 10th digit number and 4 is a ones digit number, we put this together to make it 6416. So we're putting 16 out after 64. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is looking at these numbers again. I think I skipped a color here. Oh well. Looking at this again and then saying 8 times 4 equals 32. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is doing 32 times technically 20. Just times 2 by 10, so that equals a 64 and a 0. The last thing we're going to be looking at, oh, we're not using orange this time, is 6,416 plus 640, which comes from here and here. Now hopefully I'm going to get this right for 7,056. So if my calculations were correct, because I'm confident that my method is correct, 84 squared equals 7,056. So let me get my calculator again and say they do 84 times 84 equals 7,056. Yay! So I could give myself a big red tick. So that was a quick video on how to square any 2-digit number really quickly and easily. All you have to do is addition and squaring. So basically up to 9, if you know up to 9 times 9 times tables, 9 times 9 times tables, yep, I said it correctly the first time, you'll be able to do it really easily. So if I quickly go through this using red, all you have to do is first look at the 8 and 4, multiply each of them. So 8 squared equals 64, 4 squared equals 16, because the number 8 is in a 10th digit and the 4 is in a 1's digit. We put the 16 after 64 to get 6,416. The next thing we're going to be doing is looking at these two again and then multiplying it together. So 8 times 4 equals 36, and then multiplying by 20, which basically is doubling and then adding a 0 at the end. And then what we're going to do lastly is add these two together. Add these two together. So 6,400 blah 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 plus blah 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 equals 7,056, which is the answer to this big question. What's 84 squared?